The good stuff is all new and live. Leanna Lair-Perot is here, helping us beat the heat with the latest and greatest products for inside and out. Then, Corey Ying has easy breezy looks for one hot summer. Plus, we've got the top tech to cool us down and cut costs. And Mary's got a shrimp-tastic dish packed with fresh flavors that can be rolled up and ready to go in no time at all. It all starts right now.
Today. How are we feeling about that? Yeah. Already I can tell. A+ audience. You're getting an A+ gold stars. Feeling good about it. Now, today we are helping you beat the heat. And nothing beats the heat quite like hanging out by the sea, digging into some coastal fare. But we're in Toronto right now, so the sea's obviously out of the question. But whipping up some classic coastal eats is a total breeze. So we're gonna start things off here in the kitchen with my more budget-friendly version of a lobster roll. We're talking shrimp rolls, yes. I know. I'm excited about it. Listen, I love a lobster roll. Anytime I'm on the East Coast, I probably eat like 8 a day, or as many as I can find. But lobster is literally never on sale, at least here in Ontario. But you know what is often on sale? Shrimp. And I love shrimp. So I'm gonna do basically, right? I'm gonna do basically like a lobster roll, but with shrimp. So starting off, we have got a bag of shrimp here. They usually come in like 250 to 300 gram bags. I got the ones that are already cooked. If you want, you can be fancy and cook your own shrimp, very tasty. I believe there's a recipe somewhere on the good stuff for that purpose. I mean, there definitely is, I love shrimp, I'll cook them all the time. But I like keeping things easy breezy. This makes it so you don't have to turn on any form of heat for this recipe, which is a total dream. Now, when you are thawing shrimp, my cousin Lindsay did not know this, and she thought it with hot water. Thank you. This audience knows that's not what you do. It's kind of weird. If you're thawing frozen meat or frozen shrimp, obviously, you actually want to do it in cold water, preferably cold running water. So you want to put the shrimp in a colander or a strainer and pop that under cold running water. That's going to make sure it doesn't weirdly thaw out and then not in the middle. It doesn't cook weird. It doesn't get funky. They're going to stay beautiful and perfect. And it actually thaws things out really, really quickly if you use that cold running water. So you're good to go. So I've thawed those out, and what I want to do is I want to dry these off. Since I'm doing kind of a classic kind of lobster roll mixture with mayonnaise and things like that, I don't want these to be wet because that's going to kind of thin out the mixture, so we don't want that. So I'm just going to pop those onto a piece of paper towel and just give them a little bit of a dab. Just get them as dry as possible. Perfect. Honestly, this right here, I would be happy if you just gave that to me. So we're just going to make it better. I'm feeling really good. All right. Perfect. Now, all I need to do, I'm gonna dice these up. You can kind of be rough and tumble with this. You don't want things to be even. You want a little bit of texture here. But I'm just gonna dice it up into kind of bite-sized pieces. Again, if you're me, one whole shrimp is a bite size. So again, you do whatever works for you. But this is kind of similar to the lobster roll. The finer you cut it, the more it kind of looks like either crab or lobster. So absolutely perfect. So this is looking wonderful. So I'm gonna pop those on into a large bowl. Now, I'm doing a classic kind of lobster roll filling. Sometimes I've done them before where I cook them in butter and then you get that buttery filling, which is absolutely beautiful. But I wanted to do a mayonnaise today because I love a mayonnaise filling. So into that shrimp, I'm gonna go in with about 3 tablespoons, actually no, that's a lie, 4 to 5 tablespoons. She knows her recipe. I wrote it, we know what's up. Of mayonnaise straight on into that bowl. I love mayonnaise, any sort of quality you like. I like just the kind of classic store brand because it's way cheaper. But whatever you like to buy, just go for it. So I'm gonna do that's probably about 4 tablespoons. Then into there, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Dijon mustard, just to give a little bit of a kick, a little bit of like flavor. So that's gonna go right on in, just a teaspoon or 2. And then for some crunch, one thing I always love in my lobster roll is celery. I love that little bit of crispiness, that kind of herbiness. I'm only gonna go in with about half of a stalk, but if you wanted to, You could also lightly pickle this celery if you're feeling a little fancy. Just dice up your celery and then pop it in a little bit of lemon juice or even white wine vinegar or even cider vinegar and give it a light, quick little pickle. I've had something like that in my lobster roll in PEI at Richard's. If you know it, you know it. Delicious lobster rolls. And that little bit of pickliness tastes really beautiful. But I'm just gonna stick with regular old celery today, just for that crispiness. Now into there for a bit of brightness, I'm going in with one of my favorite ingredients, lemon. A little bit of zest, a little bit of juice is perfect. So I'm gonna add in about half of this lemon zest and about half of the juice. Again, we don't wanna make this watery because it doesn't hold up as well when you actually put it into that sandwich. Perfect. Now in goes that juice. Hopefully no seeds. Oh, pretty good, nice, okay. I'm feeling good. Anytime I get like a lemon and I cut it and I don't get the seed, I'm like, oh, kitchen lottery won. What a thrill. All right, perfect. That is looking great. Now, I love a ton of herbs in the summertime in general. So I'm going in with about 2 tablespoons, and we're calling this a Berg 2 tablespoons, which is not 2 tablespoons. It's a lot more, of dill and some chives. Fresh chives right now. Chives are the one thing that I can grow without even trying. They just come back every single year. But about 2 tablespoons of each of those is absolutely beautiful. Pop that aside. Add that on in. My mom would hate this. She does not like dill, so sorry, Myra Berg. This one's not for you, but I would just do chives for you. If you don't like dill, feel free to swap that out. You could do basil, you can make it a little fancy. Super tasty. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Perfect. And then we just need to toss this up. This as is, really tasty. If you want to be a little fancy, you could even get little sprigs of endive, that nice kind of fancy kind of bitter green, and pop this beautiful salad just into there. That would be a really nice appetizer, but I promised you shrimp rolls, so we're gonna make shrimp rolls. Now, I have got, as opposed to using a classic hot dog bun or split top roll, we're going a bit fancy. We're using a croissant. I like a croissant. This is a morning show, so croissants kind of make sense, am I right? All right, so I'm gonna give that a little bit of a split. And I like to leave a little bit of a hinge on there just to make sure nothing falls out. But since shrimp is a little bit leaner than lobster, I also wanna add a little bit of fat into there. So I've got some avocados here, and I'm just gonna cut those open. Now, anytime you're cutting an avocado, you obviously wanna go around that pit. Ooh, this is a little bit, is he good? Oh, he's pretty good, not bad. Not my favorite, he's fine. I did not win the avocado lottery. That's okay. All right, now to get the pit out, always use a towel. It's gonna protect your hand a little bit. Pop that avocado in, and then with the butt of your knife, just give it a little bit of a tap. Twist, and it comes right out. You think you're done, but now you have to get this off of your knife. I see a lady saying to whack it. And I know everyone's tempted to just give it a thwack, but you wanna see the safest, easiest way? Come on over here, we're gonna do this. You just grab your knife, you go on the other side of your knife, and you pinch. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Totally safe. We're not gonna cut anything. We're not being wild. We're just getting it done. So absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna give this a little bit of a slice. Again, holding it with that towel just to give me a little bit of protection. Just slice as much as you want. And then using a spoon, all my spoons are dirty. Okay, perfect. Just scoop out those slices. Beautiful, beautiful. Pop those on into that croissant to give that, again, little bit of fattiness. Just spread them out. And then for a bit of fresh green, I've got some microgreens here. So I'm gonna go in a little bit of sprout action. Alfalfa sprouts would be nice. Farmers markets are selling sprouts now. We are good to go. And then we're just gonna add in that beautiful shrimp salad. And that to me looks like summer in a bite. I am absolutely thrilled. Stuff that full. Serve it up with some kettle cooked chips and you are in for an absolute treat. I'm feeling excited about today. I get to start my day off with shrimp. We gotta take a quick break, but we will be right back.
Up next, get ready to heat up. We've got the coolest looks for a sizzling summer. That's up next. Tomorrow on an all-new episode of The Good Stuff, all hour long, it's summer served al fresco. Mary's joined by Andrea Bucket, Anna Olson, Alex Page, and Evelyn Chick, each serving up flavorful dishes and drinks you can enjoy all summer long. That's tomorrow on an all-new episode.
beat the heat and float through those hot summer days. It's Corey Ng. Hey, Corey.
Hi.
How's it going?
Great, how are you?
I am doing well. I'm very excited about this because I secretly do not love the heat. Yeah.
Likewise.
Okay.
But you know what? What you wear is really the first step to keeping cool during the summer heat.
Yeah.
So today I'm going to talk about summer fabrics, what not to wear, which is synthetics, like polyester, because that tend to trap heat, so it actually makes you warmer.
Oh, okay.
What we want to do is like focus on natural fibers. So here are my top 3 natural fiber summer materials.
Okay, I like this. Let's get into this. Let's see the first look on Elise. Come on out. Okay, this is a cute look.
Cute look.
Right.
Great casual look. So the first material is bamboo. Bamboo is super great because it's sustainable, it's very soft, and it's very, very breathable.
It's almost silky feeling.
Yeah, it has a little weight to it, which I personally love. I also love that it has natural antibacterial properties, so it actually stops any like odor bacteria. So you don't want that. You don't no stinky clothes here.
No,
okay?
you start out your day and you're like fresh, and then at the end you're like, oops.
Exactly. So this t-shirt and pants are from a Canadian brand called Tierra. I love this because it has, again, a little good weight to it. These are actually just pull-up pants, super casual, super easy.
I love the slit in the side.
Yeah, and because it's natural fiber, you know it's going to be comfortable, right?
Totally.
Throughout the day. Now, for the sneakers, for the summer, I like to go for like a more perforated, breathable knit.
Okay.
So this is from Reebok. It's all about airflow. You don't want to wear like a very thick leather sneaker in the summer.
Or even like a suede.
Exactly.
Yeah, totally.
So this is great. And we finish off this look with a fun Avene tote, super large. You could bring it to the beach bag, to groceries. It's perfect.
That is super cute. Elise, thank you so much. You look beautiful. Great job. Awesome. All right, and next up, we have got Katty. Come on out. I love this outfit. Okay.
So, the second material is seersucker.
Oh, I love seersucker.
Seersucker is a breathable cotton. I love this set from Free People. What I love about it is, like, first, it's super lightweight. Lightweight, so it's great for the summer. Again, it's breathable. And it also has this, like, natural, like, crinkly texture to it.
I like where we're going with this.
Yeah, I love it because, especially for a trip, you could pack it away and not worry about wrinkles.
No.
Because it's already kind of part of it.
Yeah, get rid of that. No one needs the iron. We don't want to iron.
Yeah, we don't want to iron, especially if you're going to be kind of, like, already hot already.
Totally.
You don't need to do an extra step in getting dressed.
Yeah.
Right, so this set's from Free People. I also love a great hat for the summer, but you don't want something that's too closed off or in a thick material. So something like a crocheted bucket hat is perfect. Kind of gives you the full coverage, but also some airflow. This is from Uniqlo. It comes in different colors, and it's also adjustable size.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, it's easy. It's going to fit anyone.
I got a big head, so that is a good thing. That's fantastic, Katty. You look amazing. Thank you so, so much. That fit is so cute.
Love it.
I love that
Love a
one.
set.
I love a set. So good. You always feel so put together when you put a set on.
Exactly.
All right, finally, we have got Marcia. Come on out. Oh, this is pretty.
So summer's all about linen too. It's definitely one of the most popular materials during the summer, and it's great because it is a wider weave. So it's like a kind of wider weave. So there's actually more airflow going on because it's like a wider gauge. So something like this, super lightweight again, and it's moisture wicking. So that means it actually draws out the moisture from the inside to the outer layer.
Oh, okay.
So something like this is great because it evaporates quicker, and you don't get sticky under your clothes.
No,
you don't want that, right?
That's what polyester does.
Exactly.
No one can tell on the outside, but on the inside you can feel it.
Yeah, because once it starts, it doesn't stop. It's like, again, it's synthetic traps heat. So linen like this, you want something that kind of draws out the moisture, right? So for this outfit, we kind of went with a very classic collar top from Uniqlo. And I love this like Italian kind of themed skirt from Winners.
This is winter. Do you know what I love? It's linen, but it's got a fun pattern. Sometimes I think you think of linen and you think of stripe or plain.
Exactly. It's a little fun to it. And with the shoes, we did a little cork wedge here. Cork is a great material for summer as well. It's lightweight. Again, it's really wearable and you can walk in comfortable.
I love it. Marcia, you look absolutely beautiful. Corey, I love this.
Thank you.
I'm feeling good. I got my linen, but I got to get my seersucker.
Yeah.
That's next on my list. And bamboo, 100%. Not just for my friend Kyle in high school, who was kind of a hippy dippy. It's for everybody now. We got it. Thanks so much, Corey. Great job. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Break the bank. Here with products and tips to help you beat the heat is tech expert Lisa Chang. Hey, Lisa, how's it going?
How are you staying cool this summer?
You know what? I'm trying my darndest to stay cool. Yeah.
Absolutely.
100%.
The humidity is next level, though.
I honestly don't understand how my hair fits through the door at the end of the day, because she gets bigger every minute of the day.
Same here, girl.
Yeah. All right, I'm really, really pumped, because you're going to talk not just about how to keep cool,
yes,
but also how to save money.
Isn't that on the top of every Canadian's mind right now, is how to save money? So that is exactly what we're going to do by starting with talking about smart thermostats. Now, I think a lot of us have smart thermostats in the house, and they're very convenient, obviously. We stay connected to the temperature, making sure that our home environment is comfortable. But what would you do if I told you there is a new program where you can adjust your smart thermostat and not only save money at the end of the month, but you can also get cash back?
How is this possible?
Yes, I said it.
We like this. Okay.
Okay, so Save On Energy, a fantastic company here in Canada, and they have what is called the Peak Perks program. So first things first, you're going to go on the website and you're going to check out whether or not your smart thermostat is eligible. Now, I'm going to say it's pretty broad across the board. So a lot of homes, over 230,000 homes, have registered for this program. Now, here is how it works. Under the Peak Perks program, so at the start of the event, what's going to happen is that when the demand on energy is at the highest, and that tends to be during the day, what's going to happen is that your smart thermostat through the program is going to automatically be adjusted just 2 degrees higher. So what that's going to do for you is that through the course of 3 hours, it's going to lower your energy consumption, which is going to do what? It's going to lower your energy bill at the end of the month.
Oh, I like this.
So
okay.
We're saving there, but at the beginning of the program, you're also going to get a $75 prepaid credit card. So again, money back in your pocket, and for every year that you're enrolled in the program, they're going to give you $20 as well.
Sick.
So listen, I just think
I was like, I love that.
I know.
Yeah.
Peak perks for sure.
Definitely. Now, my smart thermostat, I have this one.
Okay.
And I think you have that one.
I have this one.
So they're approved. We're feeling good about it. Honestly, it's the best, especially when you leave the house. Maybe you're going on holiday and you forget to turn your temperature down. You can still do it.
I love this program across the board, and I think, you know, any company that's giving Canadians the opportunity to save big, but then also get money back is really key. Now,
100%.
through the program as well, they're also giving us some, you know, just general tip reminders on how to save energy in the home. So once again, instead of cooling down the entire home with your AC blasting at, you know, full capacity.
When you're only in one room.
Exactly. Try and find yourself a really efficient fan. There's so many great ones out there in the market. This is mine actually from home. I just got it at Costco. It's on sale. Just a tip for everybody. So, you know, you can definitely take advantage of fans. And then obviously use daylight. Obviously, we have a lot more hours to our advantage. But if it's hot, obviously turn the blinds in. Don't go ahead and light up the whole house. Use, you know, task lighting. Lamps are a great thing. LED lamps will save you more energy. Ceiling fans, guess what? They're back.
I love a ceiling fan.
Turn them counterclockwise and it will push the cool air down. And one last tip that I have for everybody. Did you know that there is something called phantom power?
It sounds scary.
It is a little bit because of how much it's actually adding to your energy bill. It's a scary thing. So what it is for every device or plug that you have remaining plugged in, do you know that that's actually sucking up energy even when your things are off? So you want to unplug everything as well. So there's some great tips once again from Save On Energy, Peak Perks. Get to the website. So many.
I love that. All right, now we've got energy consumption down, but a great way to save money and, well, like keeping cool. There's so many delicious things in the summer months, but you want to save money by actually eating the stuff you buy.
You got it. And I know, you know, Mary, you are using all of your ingredients, but so many Canadians, we are wasting about $1,600 worth of produce and food a year. It is astronomical. And every month we're spending about $300 on just produce alone, especially during the summer months. There's such great options coming all across this country. So we want to make sure that what we're buying, we are consuming. Now, again, this is my system from home. This is the Zwilling Fresh and Save vacuum seal system. Now, perhaps you have seen the iconic storage bowls and resealable bags that we featured in the past, but now it's gotten even more iconic because we have a bowl system as well. I love it.
Oh, it's like a nice glass bowl.
Glass bowls. It also comes in stainless steel. And as you can see, the vacuum seal lid is what is on the top. So what this is going to do is lock in your freshness and keep your ingredients fresh up to 5 times longer.
Wow.
So what you would typically get in terms of like produce 3 to 5 days worth of a lifespan, now you're getting 10 to 14 days plus.
That's
okay, so I
awesome.
love that.
Yeah.
You can prep, you can store, you can mix, and guess what? You can even bake in this as well. It goes up to 180 degrees Celsius.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, just take the lid out and you're good to go. But for hosting or taking a
also
salad,
cute. You could just be like, oh, here's my salad.
exactly. Go on over to Mary's house for a potluck.
Listen, I
I'm
love
ready to
people
go.
bringing a salad. So much chopping I don't have to do.
I know, I got you covered.
Okay, this is fantastic. Now, one thing that we also, I feel like in the summer months when it gets hot, we switch maybe our morning hot coffee to an icy beverage.
Well, I'm not one of those people. But you might be. Now, we love our iced coffees and iced lattes. Canadians, listen, they are spending a conservative amount a month, about $36 and change
That's like a
on
conservative
coffee.
estimate?
That's conservative.
Holy smokes.
Okay?
Yeah.
On coffee. Now, if you're getting the $5 lattes and espressos and so forth, it goes way up. I have a way for you to save. So instead of spending $5 a drink, now you're spending about 50 cents a drink.
I like that energy. Okay, yeah.
This is the way to be your own at-home barista. This beautiful machine here is by Breville, and it is called the Oracle Jet. Now, it's loaded with technology. One thing you're going to love about this is it's got cold extraction technology, which means you are going to get your cold brew in about 3 minutes, or your cold espresso in about a minute. So, you know, you want to make your affogatos, you know, your espresso martinis. We can serve them all by the pool. As you can see here, a big, beautiful LCD screen in the front with 10 preset settings. It's Wi-Fi enabled as well, so once you're connected, it's going to give you endless recipes.
I like that too.
Endless.
Yeah.
Okay, it's got so much loaded in this machine. You are absolutely going to love it, and in the end, it will pay for itself. If you're somebody that loves dairy alternatives as well, so maybe you can't drink milk like myself, what this is going to do is give you auto milk technology, so it's going to give you that frothy, silky,
no matter what you're using.
No matter what you're using.
Like that.
I absolutely adore this machine. You are going to love it and get so much bang for your buck.
I love that.
Plus, you're going to save on that coffee.
We love this. Speaking of coffee, Lisa, we have a lot of coffee to drink. Lisa, that was absolutely fantastic. We're about to consume a lot of caffeine. We got to take a break. We'll be right back. Road trips, picnics, and food on the go. Here to show us the smart way to pack a cooler, it's Science Sam.
Hello.
Hey, Sam, how's it going?
So good. How are you?
I'm feeling cool.
Oh, that's the name of the game today. Absolutely.
Okay, so you've got a step-by-step guide today based on science, science, on how to accurately pack a cooler.
I do, and it's all about actually beating the heat, because in physics, there's no such thing as cold. It's just an absence of heat. So all these steps are about keeping out that heat. So it stays cold.
Okay, yeah, because typically when I pack a cooler, I don't know if anyone's like me, it's chaos. It's just dump it in.
Yeah, last minute out the door. You just throw everything in.
1,000%. But you're saying there's a method to the madness.
There is a method.
Okay, perfect. So step one, what is the first thing?
It's exactly what you just mentioned. You want to pre-cool your cooler. Don't just grab it from the shed at the last minute and it's all warm and then you're pouring cold ice and then that melts.
Okay.
So pre-cool your cooler, bring it into the AC the night before, or throw some ice in it to cool it down.
Yeah.
And that also goes for everything going inside the cooler.
Okay.
All of these items should be in the fridge or even frozen, because any warm or even room temperature stuff is like a little radiator adding heat to our cooler. Melting the ice, we hate that.
Okay, we don't want that. That is a really good starting tip. Now, we have got our beautiful cooler here, but next up we wanted to talk a little bit about ice in general.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about our ice, and first of all, to let it do its job, how much ice?
Yeah.
I like the 2-to-1 rule.
Okay.
2 parts ice to 1 part food.
Oh, okay.
And then the type of ice you use, you can mix it up, but I like to use chemistry. I use this salty ice.
Oh, yeah.
Because salt lowers the freezing temperature of water.
Okay.
That's why we put it on the roads. It makes it melt faster, but it stays cooler. Oopsies, yeah, just blocking it. So it can even get to sub-zero. Right now we're hovering at 0, but look how much it's melted.
Yeah.
Compared to the non-salty water, it's,
What are we doing?
There we go.
Oh, yeah, it's
you can see-
warmer.
So the salt will even help that get to sub-zero.
Yeah.
So that's gonna make it extra, extra cold, which is great.
Which is also a trick we used when we made ice cream using science
We've
on
done
the
that
show.
on the show,
Yeah, it was a really good day.
exactly.
That was a good day.
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, so we make our super cold ice, different
Yeah.
things, and then we have got our cooler here. Now you want us to layer like a scientist, but I feel like we got to get a little demonstration.
Oh yeah, we got a nice little surprise
Shall
for
we-
everyone. Don't do this to your cooler at home.
Yeah, this will make it not work, but we have got a cooler.
So the first thing we're gonna do is hot air rises. It has lots of energy. It moves around. It's less dense. So our ultra cold zone is gonna be at the bottom.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead. Can you put that one in for me?
Perfect.
And Velcro it so it stays. We're gonna put our frozen water bottles and our frozen icy water right at the bottom to make a nice cold layer.
Okay.
I don't know if I stuck that in. And then any frozen food that you have is also gonna act to keep that layer extra cold.
Okay.
I have these veggie burgers.
Okay.
They're frozen. I'm gonna take them out of the package.
Okay.
Because I want them to make contact with that ice.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's our nice frozen ultra cold layer.
Okay.
Okay.
We've got
Now,
that good.
I'm gonna insulate that with these ice packs. That's gonna trap in that coldness, not let any hot air in. Oh, let's
I'm
see.
saying we got it.
Look,
Yeah,
if we
we
can
got
finish
it.
this without anything falling out, we're lucky. Okay, so in our middle layer, we're gonna put chilled stuff, but not frozen. So
Okay.
like cold stuff from the fridge.
So stuff you want to keep cold, like dairy.
Yeah, and I think you have some leftovers in a
leftovers.
Tupperware.
Yeah,
Stuff
okay.
like that. Needs to stay cold. We don't want to get it contaminated.
Okay.
But that stuff can all go there.
Okay.
And then again, this is a good time for some flexible ice. Those
Okay.
ice packs or ice sheets on top.
So we're making like
Yeah.
an ice lasagna.
You were making a lasagna.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
exactly.
Right on. Very cool.
Ultra cold to things that are less temperature sensitive.
Yeah.
And then on the very top, now that we have our ice packs, throw in anything else
Okay.
like your. I have a little sandwich I pre-made.
Okay,
you know,
well,
like a
that goes
little
in, something we're
quick
gonna
snack.
grab. Okay.
The
Why,
eggs.
I've never, okay, a lemon, but I have a
Perfect.
question. I've never seen anyone put a can of beans.
That was a trap.
Oh, it was a trap.
It was a
Okay.
trap. Don't put anything that doesn't need to be in the cooler. Because it's just gonna, again, act as a radiator, take up like energy, just keeping it cold.
This is where I go wrong.
Yeah.
This is where I go wrong, because I just put all food and I'm just like, chips,
because you
cooler.
want to
Yeah.
just have it all in one place,
Yeah.
but it's just wasting
Okay.
your ice energy. You don't want that.
Got it, get them out of here. Okay, and then we've got our fruit.
Perfect.
Perfect.
So this is looking very good. That's our lasagna right there.
Yeah.
Cold to less cold.
Yeah.
Now we can do the next thing.
Okay, and the next step you want us to eliminate air gaps.
Yeah.
So how do we do that?
Just like in your convection oven, hot air moves around and it will melt our ice. So we're gonna close this up
Okay.
and fill those air gaps with our loose ice.
Okay, I got
think
that over
you
here.
got. So this is where you can put your loose or cubed ice. Oh, good job. Nice. Now it sounds like a cooler.
This is really fun, I'm not gonna lie.
Now it sounds like a cooler. So I like to just do that on the very top. Also easy to move around.
My bad. Okay.
Oh, you did great.
Okay,
You did
cool.
great.
Okay.
You did perfect.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's like the Parmesan cheese on your lasagna.
Yeah,
We
you
got
can't
it. I
mess it up.
understand
You
now.
can't mess it
Yeah,
up.
yeah. Okay, so we've got that going, but then you want us to kind of boost insulation of the actual cooler with some simple hacks.
We got all this cold and we want to keep it that way. So I like to take a piece of foam,
Okay.
cut to the size of my cooler and actually put it on top.
okay.
Because especially a cooler like this, it's not super high tech.
No.
You get a lot of heat coming in from this lid. Look how thin it is.
Yeah.
So I like to just put a nice little foam on top so that way you don't get hot air coming in because again, hot air bad.
Yes, hot air bad. Got
Yeah.
it. Love this. Okay.
And then
Yeah.
we can also just tape in some bubble wrap to the top.
So
again,
what does the bubble wrap do? Also just insulates?
another insulator
Oh,
so
okay.
that your hot air like has an extra barrier before it can come in to touch all of your cold stuff.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got that good. Now we close her up.
You can close her up.
Okay, we got it. That's a nice cooler right there.
Perfect.
I'm feeling good about this. Now, I know you've got one other additional step. Actually, you've got two more steps. What's the...
Two little things.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't want hot air getting in now that we got it all nice and cold. So something to not let hot air in is minimize how much you open it.
Yeah.
So my secret is a second cooler, a small one,
okay.
for anything like your drinks.
Yes.
Stuff that's high traffic that you're gonna have to reach for a lot. Put it somewhere else so you don't have to keep opening this.
Okay.
And then keep this guy cool.
So
We
if
just
you're
worked so
maybe you're
hard.
not going to the cottage, that
Yeah.
maybe you're out camping.
Yeah,
let's be
exactly.
honest, and you don't want this sitting in the sun because then this gets hot and gets it
Yeah.
in. Okay.
I mean, first off, don't load it in the car till the car's on.
There you go. Got
There's
it.
AC.
Okay, yeah.
And then once you get there, keep it in the shade. And if you don't have shade,
do you remember these? You
little
put it on your
car thing,
front
yeah.
window.
It's a little hat.
It's a little hat.
And that'll just reflect the sun away so you don't heat up your cooler.
I cannot stop thinking about this as a lasagna. This is the foil on top of your lasagna.
The extra layer of cheese.
Exactly.
The foil. Yeah, yeah.
We've got science, we've got lasagna, we've got it all here on The Good Stuff. Sam, that was awesome. Thank you so much. We got to take a break. We will be right back.
Coming up, Leanna Lair-Perreault is beating the heat with the latest products for inside and out. That's coming up.
Are you sitting at home thinking, hey, seeing The Good Stuff live would be fun? Well, you are in luck. We would love for you, along with your friends and family, to be a part of our studio audience. Just scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen for your chance to join us. Tickets are free. Can't wait to hear from you. Here with great deals from Amazon's Prime Day sale, it is Leanna Lair-Perreault.
It is going so well because, as you said, it's Amazon Prime Day.
Yes. I love a sale.
Listen,
I love a deal.
I'm a sucker for a sale, and my mom taught me when you go to a store, you go right to the back to the sale section first. This is the equivalent.
Yes.
You go right online, you scoop up all the savings, and the Prime Day sale is on until Friday. But The Good Stuff has made it so easy for all of our viewers. You'll see a little QR code on the screen. Hold up your camera. That will take you right to a link to the CTV Shopping Trends website. And all of these goodies are on there, plus so many more ready to shop and save.
See, I like this. Leanna's done all the work for us. And we just get to be like, when people compliment it, you just say, thanks, it was on sale. Yeah, which is my favorite thing in the world.
That's the best line.
Okay, let's get into some of these great summer sales for sure.
Yes, we're going to talk items to help you have a little fun in the sun, maybe also beat the heat and have some fun in the air conditioning.
Okay, I like this. When the heat gets too much.
When it gets too hot, we're going to go inside. But let's start outside, specifically in the pool.
Okay.
Check out my little floaty friends.
These are very exciting.
I'm a sucker for a colorful pool floaty. But these one in particular have some extra little fun functions. First of all, can I just show you the little seat?
Oh, it's got a little leg hole. That's cute.
Which is just great. It's actually an added little safety protection for your little ones in the pool. It helps to really stabilize them and lets their legs kick around without them worrying about holding on in the pool as well. But might I direct your attention to our fun little water blasters on the front here. What I love about these is it's a continuous water flow, so it will draw from the pool.
Oh, neat.
So with that, you definitely need to scoop up too because you're gonna have some battles in the pool.
Yeah, for sure.
And you can scoop up too because they're 25% off.
Nice. We love that.
Pretty awesome, right?
Okay, the only bone to pick with these is that my legs won't fit in those holes.
I feel like Amazon will have something just for you.
I mean, there might be something right behind me that would work for adults. What's going on here?
Can we check out the Aqua Plus standing?
Won't even fit in the shot.
Board, but let me tell you, this is inflatable. If you can believe. It feels like a hard plastic on the outside, but it's super, super stable. So I love the fact that it's inflatable because it all goes down into this little bag.
That's good.
It fits into this.
Yeah.
So you can imagine if you're trekking and you're on a little water adventure, you put on the backpack here. You're not carrying like a giant board maybe through the forest in the trees somewhere.
I'm not gonna lie, when this is delivered to your house, your neighbors aren't like, what did you buy?
Exactly. And it comes with the paddle and also comes with the pump. So you can inflate it when you're there.
That's good.
And this right now, you're not ready. You're not ready for this. 54% off. That is a huge savings.
Okay, I've been keeping my eye on these, so this is
so there you go.
Thank you, Leanne, for this.
It's good for beginners too.
Okay, good. See, and that I definitely am, 100%. All right, now sticking with outdoor kind of activities, sports.
Yes.
We're talking about, I feel like, the sport of the summer. The last couple summers.
It's for sure been the sport, definitely of the season, and we know it as pickleball.
Yes,
so
we
speaking
do.
of beginners, I'm the pickleball beginner.
Yeah.
But you know what? I feel very fancy with this particular pickleball set because this is actually tournament approved.
Oh, so if you get really good, you could go and be in a tournament.
Well, it's like, you know, if you look the part, act as if you show up with the fancy equipment, people are like, oh, she means business until I do the first serve, and then they see the reality. But with this, carbon fiber with a honeycomb interior on it, which gives it a nice big sweet spot, sweat wicking handle because I got nervous when I'm playing, right? And this set right now, 53% off.
Oh,
That is the deal.
That is excellent.
Look, I look pro.
You know what? I don't know what a good serve is in pickleball.
Me neither,
but
clearly.
It's a good serve in pickleball.
I'm sure we'll hear from our viewers that this isn't it.
Yeah.
So.
I do think it's this one. See, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Make it. We know.
I'll take notes.
We got it. We got it. All right, now let's move. This is something that I feel like you could do inside or outside.
This is when it gets a little too steamy outside. Yeah. You're gonna bring the kids inside, but the biggest fear is hearing those dreaded words. I'm bored. Yeah. Right? So this is the Kinetic Sand Ice Cream Treat Set.
Okay.
This is just the sweetest thing. I feel like this is Little Mary's dream come true.
1,000%.
This is Big Leanne's dream come true.
I was going to say also Big Mary, yeah.
Right? So it comes with all of the different sand that is tinted to your chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry.
Okay.
But I want you to take a scoop, Mary.
Okay, let's take a
And I
little
want you to take a little sniff.
Okay.
Because it smells like chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry.
Do you know what? That literally smells like strawberry ice cream, not even a strawberry.
Don't lick it, but you can sniff it.
Yeah.
And you can also play with it with all of the cute little molds that it comes with and little accessories. This is
fun.
just, right? It's very therapeutic.
This is
so
thrilling.
great for the parents to play with the kids.
Yeah.
And this is on sale for 29%.
Oh, that's
so
huge.
that is a great steal.
Do you know who loves Kinetic Sand?
Tell me.
My mom.
I was gonna guess that.
Yeah, Myra Berg loves Kinetic
We need
Sand.
a Kinetic Sand play date.
100%.
Because I will hang out with Myra any day of the week.
That is so fun. Okay, now, next up, where are we going to?
Okay, we're gonna take a little trip up front here.
What are these little skateboards?
Well, I'm so glad that you asked, Mary. I want you to take a little step on top.
Okay.
These are the Life Pro Waver vibrating plate exercisers.
Okay.
Can you guess what's coming next?
I think.
I'm gonna hit power and I'm gonna hit start and see what happens. Oh, yours is good. Okay.
Wait.
Catch a wave. It's like I'm surfing.
You stand really straight. You move so much. Wait, what does this do?
Okay. Well, other than just make us all giggle. I feel like I need to hold your hand. Okay, so this is a low-impact exercise machine that is going to tone your body, but let me tell you, you're giggling. Let me tell you, Mary, this actually helps with lymphatic drainage and digestion.
Do you know what? I can feel the draining.
Don't make me laugh. I can't cross my legs on this.
Okay. Whoa, when you stop, you still feel like you're going. You still feel like you're going.
It feels like we just are getting off a cruise ship, but that did a full body workout for us.
I can really feel it in the abs from the chuckling.
Right? And these, 27% off.
Oh, that's amazing. Honestly, I feel really weird. Do you want to get off a boat and you're like, okay,
you gotta get your sea legs again.
Oh,
but yeah, I definitely feel like we got a little
great. I'm full of endorphins. That was awesome. All right, now what about like a little bit of self-care?
Well, we're gonna wrap this up with the whole treat yourself on Prime Day moment. So whether it's a microdermabrasion kit, whether it's picking up some of your favorite cosmetics, little lip oils and masks, everything, this is the time to stock up on your favorite beauty products, which I know I'm gonna go right after this and add to cart, but shop the Prime Day sales. Beauty and sunscreen and even your little pimple patches.
We love a pimple patch.
Right?
Listen, no one told me that I get to the age where you get the wrinkles and the pimples still. So it's welcome everybody to It's a Twofer. What is life? This is fantastic, Leanne. Great job. This was so fun. My legs are still wobbling. Rose's honor. We gotta take a break and we'll be right back. That was
Tomorrow on an all-new episode of The Good Stuff. All hour long, it's summer, served al fresco. Mary's joined by Andrea Bucket, Anna Olson, Alex Page, and Evelyn Chick, each serving up flavorful dishes and drinks you can enjoy all summer long. That's tomorrow on an all-new episode.
#1 program and the most watched summer series. The Amazing Race Canada is back with season 11 and it kicks off tonight. Joining us with all the insider scoop is the host with the most, Mr. John Montgomery. Hey, John.
Good morning, Mary Berg. How are you?
It's always such a pleasure to see ya. Thank you so much for doing this with us and huge congrats on season 11.
I appreciate that. It's a good day. It's Christmas in July, and I'm the one bearing the gift to Canada of their favorite television program.
Oh my gosh, that's absolutely fantastic. Well, season 11, we've got 11 new teams. They're kicking things off in Edmonton, Alberta at the Commonwealth Stadium. No big deal. Exactly where last season's finalists, Katie and Taylor, won it all. What can we expect from this season and the teams?
More Amazing Race awesomeness, but we've got new teams, new relationships, new dynamics. We've got our first grandmother on the show.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. We've got people from across the country from all different walks of life. And as is the case with every season in the past, you'll be guaranteed to find somebody that you can cheer for, identify with, and hope that they win the big cash prize at the end of the line.
Ugh, isn't that just the best part of it all? You get to it's like you're so invested in these competitors in this game. It's such a thrill to watch. Now, I'm very excited because this season is actually titled Canada is Something Special, which I think we can all agree, very, very true. Now, does that mean that we're gonna get to see parts of the country that maybe we haven't seen before?
Well, let me have a small spoiler alert here for you. We have been saying for years that we go from coast to coast to coast.
Yeah.
And we hadn't really visited our northern coast at the Arctic Ocean. And this year we are crossing the Arctic Circle. We're getting to the Arctic Ocean. And we're going to share it and the people who call it home with our brothers and sisters from across this land.
John, that is amazing. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for that. That's going to be absolutely fantastic. Now, are there any challenges this season that maybe, like you're a seasoned pro, you've seen it all, you've done it all, you know what's up. Anything that would have intimidated you maybe?
Always. And the thing you'll never see me do on the show is dance. I can't dance,
Sean.
Mary.
Oh, this is intriguing.
Or rather, I can't dance at a level that would look good on television. So you'll never see this ginger dancing. So anything that requires dancing, my two left feet will become glaringly obvious, and I would struggle with it.
Okay, good to know. I like that the fear is dancing. That's the thing. I like that energy, John. Yeah. Now, you've traveled all across the world with this show. Has there been one location that's really kind of stood out to you?
Well, last year was obviously pretty special. Yeah. I couldn't talk about it in the advanced promotion that we were doing this time last year, but I got to go to my hometown. I got to share the Amazing Race with Russell and share Russell with Canada.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Through this experience of being in Russell.
Yeah,
and my mom was the greeter on the mat, so that best day ever. It was a full circle moment for me, and something I treasure. Yeah,
getting to bring, I take my mom to work every once in a while too. Getting to bring your mom to work is always a good thing, definitely.
Indeed.
Ah, that's so fun. Now, I've got a question. I already know my answer to this for sure. If you were to race on the show, would you prefer to navigate or be behind the wheel?
I'd want to be behind the wheel and in control.
Yeah.
But I think that I'm a better navigator than my wife. So I'm going to let her drive.
Yeah.
And then I'll tell her where to go. And she's calmer and cooler under pressure than I am. I'm a bit ginger and explosive and, you know, some of our shortcomings.
I was going to say, Canada would see a different side.
Yeah, I'm going to navigate. We're going to get lost. Yeah. She'll yell at me and drive. And then maybe we'll switch and realize that the other job is so hard. I have appreciation for you, my beautiful.
Love that.
I'm sorry.
Well, John, I would definitely be a navigator for sure. John, it's been such a pleasure chatting. I cannot wait to check out the new season. Don't miss the season 11 premiere of The Amazing Race Canada tonight at 9 p.m. on CTV. Thanks, John, so much. That is our show for today. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for more of the good stuff.